Hi there, welcome to Darlene's Creative Studio. Today is day 7 of the December Daily Challenge. It's a cold one out there, so it's a good day to be in and just working on our journal. I am also trying to tidy up my space. I'm cleaning out bins and trying to rearrange everything so that it is all together. I had certain things that were on one shelf and I had to dig through another bin to find something else. So I'm just trying to rearrange it a little better so that everything is easy and accessible. And getting ready for the new year. Everybody likes to try and find some new stuff to do for the new year. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm planning for my goal setting and what I want to work on for 2021. So just playing around and sorting through some stuff and trying to figure out where everything goes. So let's get busy. We're on day 7. I did add a larger elastic to the back here. It's starting to get a little puffy, not a lot, but a little bit. And I figured over the next couple of days it'll start getting tight. So I've just added a larger elastic. Again, I have these little feet, so I can add a larger elastic as I go along. I really want to use this little guy. Love this card, and I've been saving it. So lucky enough, let's get rid of my junk here. Day 7 is, the prompt for day 7 is called Snow Baby. And so what I'm going to do is use this little guy with his little kitten friend. So we're going to go through real quick. I've just added some sewing lines with a black marker. I've been kind of going through my notes and adding bits and pieces here and there. And some sewing stitches around that tab. I added a little blurb on the back of that one. That was just an extra day. I did fill out my card for day 4. I try and do it the night of or the next day so I don't forget what I was thinking when I was creating this. Here's my naughty and nice goals. Things that I have to work on that I felt that I wasn't doing very well for the naughty part, and nice for things that I want to do better in 2021. And then this one was just an extra page. And here's our day 6. Just love this page. And I did fill out my little card. So there's day 6. So we're going to move to day 7. Now I did take a piece of this very large washi tape and I just pulled it out and covered the bottom half of this music page. I believe I got this from Your Creative Studio. I'm pretty sure I did. I just like it because it covers quite a bit and it's really pretty. It's all Christmas themed. So we're going to start with that. And I do know that I want to use this card, and I did start to distress the edges of the card, and when I went in and folded it back, of course it cracked because it's so old and it fell apart into 2 pieces. So I won't be using it as a flip out like I was planning on doing on this side. Excuse me. But what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take my Snow Baby and add that to the bottom right there. And I'm going to take my corner pieces, and I think I'm going to use these so that I can put this card in there and then take it out and journal on the back of it. So let's put the Snow Baby right now before I change my mind. Let's put him on there. There we go. So we got Snow Baby. And I'm going to use my corners, and I find it's easiest to do the bottom ones first. I'm going to do the 2 bottom ones. Let me just take this guy off this way. And I make sure that they're in there nice and square. Sometimes they don't sit squarely. And then I kind of decide where I want this. And I'm going to push it down so it's in there. Just a little bit crooked. There we go. And then what I always do is I take the card or the piece that's in there and I just pull it up about 1/8 of an inch out of the, instead of having it jammed right down into the corners, I just pull it up about 1/8 of an inch. And then I take my 2 other pieces and I just put them on the corners. Make sure they're nice and square. And the reason I do that is it makes it easier to get the card out. If you cram it right down in, then it's a really tight fit to get it out when you want to journal on it. So I just make sure I've got about 1/8 of an inch on the bottom there, and then I push those ones down. So it just gives the card a little wiggle room. See, when you want to pull it in and out. So I'll use that, and I will journal on the back of that. And then on this side, I was going to take my, let me just get rid of some of this junk here. I wanted to take my Distress ink, and I just want to give the edges of the page a little. This is my tea stain paper, so I like to make it look as old and vintage as I can. Christmas to me is very bright and colorful, and you know, obviously snowmen and Santas and all that kind of thing. So I didn't want to make this book too, you know, vintage images of, you know, pens and all that kind of thing. This to me is just all about having fun and Christmas. Yesterday, after turning the camera off and starting to fiddle in my office and stuff, I had that big pile of scrapbooking papers and Christmas papers I showed you in my video the other day. And I actually got out my die cut machine, and I just started cutting all different kinds of shapes and stuff out of some of those scraps, because I didn't want to throw them back into my scrap bin. So I just went through and used a tag. There was a tag die cut, and just cut a whole bunch of different shapes out of, there's even some really cool ones, these little mason jars. I have a little mason jar die cut, and I thought that was really cute. There's another one. I'll just try and find it really quickly here. This one. I thought this one would be neat if you were trying to save some money. You could actually use these little lines as like the dollar amount. You could have like write the little dollar amounts here. So if you're saving up for something, you could use that inside of for your savings. Anyway, these were just some of the little pieces that I cut out. And then when I was done with those, I just grabbed the really skinny pieces that I really didn't know what I was going to do with, and just cut some tabs out of those. And these are just the single tabs. These are not the folded in half double side tabs, but I can still use these tabs by taking two similar ones, and when you put them on the top, you just glue them together. So that'll be the tab. I think I'm going to put a little tab on the top of this card. So let's take him out. There. And I think I'm just going to grab my glue here and make sure it works. And I'm just going to, along the bottom of this one, just so I can get it placed where I want it. Let's put that one there. And then you flip it over and you put the glue on this one, the full piece, like that, and then you just match up the piece from the back. So you don't always have to, you know, go through the trouble of folding it in half and getting that nice double tab that you can do. I think I've shown that in my videos as well. But so there's a little single one, and then he can just go back in here. Put my little corners back in. There. So he's got a little decorative touch on the top there. And then for this side, I received this old book. I think I bid on it from Vintage Page. No, Tape and Twine Designs. They have an antique shop on Instagram. And this was a magazine, and it had this little snowman on the front, and I was going to use him, but it also had this really cool inside page with a little, it was actually called January, but it had like a little poem, and it didn't really go with what we were doing here, but I really liked this layout with all the different things in the snow. So this to me is Snow Baby. They're all out having fun playing in the snow. So I thought I would put that one, and I'm just going to distress the inside edges because the outside of the book was already old looking with worn edges. So I'm just going to put that one in there, I think. as the other side, like that. I really, really like that. Now what should I put behind that? I might put something behind that as well. We also have this Merry Christmas card. Let's see. What if I could make that like a little, I was going to make it a little pocket maybe. You could do that. And that could be a journaling spot as well. And then maybe put something like some snowflakes, stamps. I haven't really thought about this one. I just kind of started playing with it. I can go there. I know I'm going to put this in, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac only because, I get the lid off, this is a little bit thicker, not as thick as the cardstock, but I really want it to stick well. And I wonder if I should, I'm going to make it a pocket. I'm not going to glue down the whole thing. I'm just going to do the edges. And this is from 1948. There we go. Let me just put my lid on because this is oozing out, of course. All right, so let's put this guy down here. Yeah, I really like this little, this was all about snow, and so Snow Baby, he's my Snow Baby. And this is all the babies playing in the snow. All the little kids and people playing in the snow. I just really thought that was really cute. And then I also have some sticky labels. Let's grab some of these. I might put a little label there if I can. I have these labels, and I also have some, oops, things sticking to the bottom of my tin here. I also have these labels, which are kind of blues and reds, which might be nice and Christmassy, right? Let's see what we have. I know I have some longer ones somewhere. And that one's kind of cute. I have these kind. I'm thinking something just a little bit bigger. Maybe this one. So I can use that red one. Yeah, I kind of like that red one. That blue one's a little too dark, maybe. Let's see. We're going to pull them both off and decide if we like that one. That one kind of disappears. So let's try this one. That one's cute. Okay, so we'll have that. Put those away. And I'll keep these out because I might use those for another day. And then I think I'm just going to find something to put in my little pocket here to slide down in there. But I would like, I think, to add some snowflakes. So let's get some snowflakes. I think those ones. So these are my different snowflake stamps. I have these, and then I have, these are from the Red Robin. I got these from Bohemian Crafting. Let's pull these ones out of my little sleeve here. I put the craft cardstock in behind so I can actually see the pattern. When they're just sitting like that, sometimes they're hard to see. Now there's our, this one's really pretty. So we will use him. And do I still have my little stamping block out here? I probably do, but it's buried under all of the stuff on my desk. When I was trying to clean yesterday, I had to keep piling stuff on top of my Christmas stuff, and it just wasn't working very well. So I'll get a new one. Okay, so let's stamp a couple of these little guys. And you know what I'll do? I'll try it on the card first, because I really like this card. It's pretty. Oh, very nice. Very pretty. All right, what else can we use? We've got that one. How about this little one again? I like him. That one and that one. Oh, very nice. Okay, so we'll put this on this corner. Yeah, I like those. I wonder if I should put some on my snow baby. I'm going to take it out. I don't want to do him while he's in there. I'll put some on the back of him. Just move this out of the way. That's pretty. And then maybe a couple on here. Okay, we've done that one. And I'll take this guy back. And we'll just try and make them go together. So we'll put another one there. And I'll put a little one on the end of my journaling card there. Like that. So this can be dry. And this is very vintage music paper, and I just noticed it's starting to rip a little bit. So what I might do on the other side, let me just get back in camera here. It's got a little tear here because it's very, very thin old paper. This washi tape, like I say, is very large and it sticks very well. So what I might do is just pull some of this off and put some on the other side just to hold my paper sturdier. It's got a little ear on there. He's cute. So we'll just cut him off right there. Scissors. Like that. And I'm just going to lay him down on the edge where that little tear was starting. There we go. That'll be a nice background for that as well. And that'll just hold my paper together a little better too. That's better. Okay. So let's put our little snow baby back inside his little spot here. What are you getting caught on? There we go. So there's my journaling card. And then on this side we have another spot for another card. I don't know if this will fit in now that I've gone and glued it, but it might. There we go. That looks really pretty. You can see the Merry Christmas. It's got a little label here, and I'm wondering if my number will fit on that. I did have my number out. And of course I keep losing them. Numbers, numbers. Oh, there. See, they're buried. So it's number 7, and I'm going to put it right on top of that little label so you can see it. Here's my D7. We got my little cards there. The very first snowfall we had here was December 1st, and we had a lot of snow. And I I've never seen so many people out making snowmen in my life. It was the thickest, heaviest snowfall, and even adults were, when they were cleaning off their cars, they were making snowmen. It was really cute. I went over to clean off my mom's car, and there was a little tiny snowman in between the cars. Somebody just quickly made one, and he was in between all the cars. It was cute. And I'm just taking my black marker and making like little stitches around the tab to make it look like I've sewn it. Like that. And I might do the same to this card. So I'm just doing little dash marks like this. And it just makes it look like you've sewn around the edges. If you don't want to drag out your machine and sew around the edges, now you can if you want to. Take out your sewing machine and sew around the edges of your cards. I'm trying to do this every morning fairly early before my day gets going, so that I can get this uploaded and on YouTube as quickly as possible. And if anyone who makes YouTube videos knows, it does take a while for it to upload and get it all set up. So, and with everyone making YouTube videos, it takes even longer. So there we go. I've got a little dashes around the Merry Christmas, and I might, on the back of this card, if this paper fits, just add some decorative paper or something to the back of this. It's kind of plain. That one doesn't fit, but this one will. So what I might do is just glue this to the back so that it has some pretty colored paper on the back, just so it's not too... I also have... Oh, this one's nice. Let's see if this fits. And it's paper, so it's a little thinner. Yeah, I'm going to use that just because this is cardstock. It's a little thicker. So this will help a little bit more, I think. Having that one. Let's see what this color is. Hold on. I'm trying to find some that has some greens and blues in it. No, my fingers are all sticky. Excuse my head. There's also this one. This has blues and greens. Let's try this one. Yeah, let's do that one on the back. It kind of goes with our theme. I'm going to glue it now before I change my mind and see something else I want to use. I keep looking at my scrap pile here, and I'm looking for... I wanted something like that, but I don't have anything thick enough that I could use as my background for my card in the blues. Nope, it's just all red, so let's stick with what we have here. Sorry, I'm getting really distracted. I have two of these pieces. That kind of goes nicely with the snowman and that. All right, we're just going to play. And we better do it before I change my mind again. This card, I think, might have been from one of those places that you make a donation, because it actually was made in Canada. That's what it says right there at the bottom of this card. So that's a good thing. And I've lost my lid for my glue. Get on there. Okay, so what if we use this guy first and get him positioned where we want him, and then take this one and glue him there. Okay, I'm just going to move this out of the way and then roll it out. Helps it stick a little better. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my scissors. I'm just going to cut along the edges. There. That, and because it was paper, it's a lot thinner and it'll fit in a little better to our pocket. So this says Merry Christmas, and again, I can use it as more journaling. And it's got the colors on the back, and then it can just slide into our pocket. And we'll have it so that the Merry Christmas is showing, like that. And there's day 7, and our little snow baby. And again, just use your marker, grab your markers or your colored watercolor pencils or whatever it is you have, and just kind of decorate the pages up a little bit. It gives it a nice look that if you can just play with it a bit. And these are my little photo corners, so I'm just, there's already marks there, so I'm just following the lines. And it just makes things stand out a little better. There. All right, so that's it for day 7, just a quickie. So I can get out. Oh, the sun's actually coming out, so maybe I'll go for a walk today. Just going to trim that washi tape sticking off the edge there. So that this side here, I've already added a little bit of decorative tape, so we can maybe use that for tomorrow's. Or I can move on to a double blank page. So it's for prompt for day 8 is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So I'm going to have to start looking for stuff with some stars on it. And that will be for my day 8. Well, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. It was just a real quick one. Hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see some of your ideas. Please post them on your Instagram or your Facebook and tag me. I really like to see what you're working on. Thanks. Bye for now.